Hey there everybody, in this quick build order tutorial, I'm going to be showing you one of the fastest and one of the best ways to start out the Abbasid Dynasty in your games. I've used this many times in 1v1, 2v2, and I found this is the fastest way for myself, maybe for you, maybe for everybody else. But I've gotten Feudal Age in less than 5 minutes consistently with this setup, and also consistently put out a lot of villagers and keeping up with everything. It's very simple to start out with. You have 6 on food. The first 6 villagers are going to go straight to your sheep. That way you can get the sheep, start getting food on. The next villager that comes out, so the 7th villager that come out, goes straight to the gold mine, starts mining, and starts producing gold. Then the next villager that comes out goes straight to the house, as you can see, goes straight to the house. Then from the house goes straight to the food. And if you didn't know, when you click on this villager and you make a house and you hold shift and you right click on the sheep, it'll auto go just like that. It'll auto go to the sheep and make sure it doesn't have any downtime at all. Then the next villager is going to go out, go to the gold. As soon as you have 7 on food and 2 on gold, you're going to switch back to food. That way you have 8 on food, 2 on gold. That is the perfect number, in my opinion, to get Feudal Age really fast with the Abbasid Dynasty. So, as soon as this next villager comes out, 8-2, I'm going to switch straight to wood. Once you get to wood, the first villager that comes out is going to make the House of Wisdom. As you're waiting for this next villager to come out, obviously continue scouting, getting some sheep. Sheep are the safest food income in the game because you can put them right under your town center and you don't have to worry about a whole lot of things. But as soon as that villager comes out, as you can see, I'm going to put him straight to the House of Wisdom and back onto the wood. Once that villager comes out, kind of do that. This is kind of the relaxing state. You can kind of just sit back, scat out a little bit, see what's going on, get some more sheep. You want to get as much sheep as possible because more sheep the better for any civilization, but for the Abbasid especially. So as soon as this next villager comes out, we're going to put him straight on to making a mill. That way we have a mill up and ready for all the villagers that are coming out. As soon as the House of Wisdom fills, he's going to go over there. Next villager comes out, make a mill, go straight to wood right after that. Now it's a waiting game. As you can tell, we already have 400 food, 190 gold, one more piece of gold, and go straight to the economy mode, just like that, in 2 minutes and 28 seconds. That's pretty good, especially for a 4-minute and 28-second Feudal Age. That's really good. So, as soon as I start that upgrade, I like to take 4 of my food villagers and go straight to wood. That way, I can get more wood income because I'm going to need more wood to put down some buildings. The 4 on food, you need at least 4 on food. That gives you enough income per minute to continue pumping out villagers from the town center. Then all the villagers continue to go to wood. Once I usually get around, what I like to do is I like to go 4 for food, 9 for wood, 2 for gold, and then start stone. Stone is great because you can make another town center, and starting stone early is great because if the other opponent you're versing is going stone and you don't go stone and they make another town center, they're going to out economy you and you're going to lose the game because of economy. So as soon as I see that 4 food, 9 wood, 2 gold, I go straight to stone. I'm going to make another camp there and start getting stone. With your villager, or not your villager, your scout, with your scout, you can kind of scout out, kind of see what their base is going on, and see what they're building. But depending on who you're versing, you can kind of guess who's playing. Playing against the French, they're going to go to school of cavalry. They're going to start pumping out knights, because that's the best they can do. Versing the English, they're going to start pumping out longbowmen, and obviously that's what we're going to do. So you can kind of adapt to it. In this game, I'm versing against English, and it's just the AI, so I can kind of get the point of the build order across. But I know I'm versing the English, and even online I do this. Against the English, I want to obviously make some stables and some archers, because there's no reason to build spearmen, because they're just going to wipe my spearmen with their longbowmen. So I'll continue to send more to stone at that time, so then we can get 3 on stone. As soon as it gets 3 on stone, I'm going to switch straight to food. That way we have 8 on wood, 4 on food, 2 on gold, 3 on stone. We're going to have 9 on wood, actually, once that villager finishes. Once that villager finishes that house, so you go straight back up to wood, no problem. As soon as you age up, you want to look to get this fresh foodstuffs. This fresh foodstuffs is going to save you so much food in the long run. It's kind of like a military and economic upgrade. What I mean by military is having the amount of food per villager is really, 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 really good. That way you can pump out more military for basically less, because you're pretty much having the cost of village. You can have 2 villagers for the cost of 1. So I think it's the best by far. You can go the military wing. I personally like the economic better because the military wing forces you to make camels. If you don't make camels, which camels are very expensive early game, then you're pretty much losing a whole upgrade by itself, not even having a camel. So that's why I like the economic wing a little bit better. That way you can play defensive and offensive, it doesn't matter. But as you can see what I'm doing, I'm putting down 1 stable and 2 archery ranges. I love 2 archery ranges. 2 archery ranges are my favorite opening every single time. I love 2 archery ranges. Archers are really, really good, especially for long range kind of like presents, and you can always protect them with spearmen or horsemen. Obviously, since I'm going against the English, I want horsemen to counter their archers, and then archers to counter their spearmen if they do make spearmen. If they make men-at-arms, which is kind of crazy, they can do that as well. The archers you can kind of kite the enemies away. But anyways, back to the build order. As soon as I get 8 people on food, 8 people on wood, 2 people on gold, 3 people on stone, I'm going to go straight to making a mill because I want to get those researchables as soon as possible. I'm constantly watching my stone in the bottom left corner to see when I get 300 stone. As soon as I get 300 stone, I'm going to move those 3 villagers up to wood so we have more wood at a time. The biggest thing I'm going to do right now is it's 6 minutes and 30 seconds and we have no military yet, which isn't a huge deal because we're kind of playing a little bit passive and everything's kind of closed up into a spot where we can put up 2 outposts and it's no problem at all. As soon as that villager comes out, I'm going to keep pumping out food. As soon as that villager finishes that mill, I'm going to get this increased food gather first research because it's really, really good. And it gets me a lot of food in a lot of time. So I'm going to keep going with food. Once you get like the 10, I usually like to go 10 food, 10 wood, and then I like to build up my gold. But it just depends on what you want to do. I kind of want to play a little bit aggressive. That's kind of what I do. So I'll go a lot. I'll probably go like 12 food, 12 wood. As you can see, those villagers from stone just went from the stone to wood. And now I'm kind of pumping out villagers, or archers. That's the best thing I kind of like to do. It's fairly simple. Once you get to this point, you can start pumping up more gold, or you can go with a different route. It just depends on what you want to do. I like to stay in feudal age a lot longer than a lot of people. You can try to rush castle age, and if you want to rush castle age, instead of sending those 3 villagers from stone to wood and making troops, you send those 3 villagers to make a new town center in a different location. But this build order kind of makes it so you can go any direction you want, and it's really, really good, and it's very adaptable because you start out with getting stone, and so you're able to get that other town center. I appreciate everything. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments below, and I will answer them as best as I can. This build order is very, very good. I've used it a lot in 1v1s. I've done pretty good on the elo ladder. I'm pretty sure I'm 1400 overall, but I think it's really good, and I feel like I have some knowledge of the game. So if you want, you can leave a like, you can subscribe, do whatever you want. But I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you guys use this build video for yourself. Thank you. Bye.